This is the player card. Here you can see your strengths and weaknesses.
On the air. Today we jump right into this new season with an AFC South matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And the Texans set to take over on offense, and we see them led out by their veteran quarterback in his 11th season in the NFL, but first in the Lone Star State, Tyrod Taylor. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. And, Charles, we get a look here at the key inactives, and I tell you what, a big list for being this early in the season.
If there's any silver lining at all, you're hoping you can get these guys back, and now you'll play well down the stretch with them. But what you're also hoping is that the guys who have to play for them, the next man up mentality kicks in, and those guys take care of business.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
From the 44, Taylor flushed out right. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Nice run there by Mark Ingram. The 3-time Pro Bowler and 3-time 1,000-yard rusher was signed by the Texans to be a veteran presence in their running back room, despite the fact he'll be 32 in December. Hoping to get one more good season out of the former Heisman Trophy winner.
And he'll just get rid of it.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Taylor's throw complete there to Conley. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, Mission accomplished. Points on the board.
For the first time, the Jacksonville Jaguars set to go here on offense, led out by the new face of the franchise, the #1 overall pick, of course, from this year's draft. It's Trevor Lawrence out of Clemson. And right away, he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run, and obviously ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. Taylor will throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field to start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Lawrence on 3rd down. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. 20, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. Marvin Jones, 65 yards. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from taking the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And they take the lead here at 7-6. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. On the return, Tremont Smith. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
On 2nd down, Taylor's throw incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Taylor on 3rd down, throws incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1 yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case. And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that they have to pump the ball. They've done so with that first run.
After one, a one-point game, 7-6. On third down, Lawrence. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Here's Lawrence. Open man left side. It's a tight end man Hurts. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And this will be a Jaguars first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Taylor. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Meanwhile, a throw by Taylor is incomplete. The Texans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. Play action, it's Taylor. And it's caught here, Amendola. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now, standing just about on his own goal line. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll begin with much more advantageous starting field position than they did on their last drive as they come up here 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Lawrence going to keep it again. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening week. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. And the Texans scoop it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another completion there. You know, we think about the draft back in the spring. He was selected, obviously, the #1 overall pick. There's great money with that, but, Charles, I would think maybe an extra burden, too, or is that not that big of a deal at all?
It actually is in the beginning of his career an added burden, but it's one of those things that if you play well, it becomes something that justifies why you were taken #1. You're fine with that. If you don't play well, it can be an albatross.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Lawrence going to throw again. He'll find O'Shaughnessy open left side. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half #1. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now Lawrence to throw. Right there, Chenault for the Jacksonville touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Brandon Cooks and the rest of the offensive crew trotting back into place out there. Looking down at the stats here, realizing he has no catches. They've targeted him twice, but no catches. So how do they get him more involved, Charles?
You make sure he touches it on routes that he likes to run. Maybe even run a reverse or some type of a jet sweep so he gets his hands on the ball and get him active and involved in the game. You just try and find ways to get him going, and it doesn't have to be something that's big downfield.
Maybe kind of like in basketball, just a shooter seeing the ball go through, you get him a rep, get him more comfortable.
I agree with that totally. Maybe set that solid screen and give him an easy look.
Well, to this point, no catches. He's letting it fly for Cooks, and it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again, it's Taylor. Steps away to his left. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Taylor. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Houston. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week one. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first. Taylor. And Conley's got it over the middle. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Taylor. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did. This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now a 2nd down and 6. To throw is Taylor. Flush to his right. And he'll find Akins there. Complete.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
From the red zone now, here's Taylor on 1st down. Over the middle, it's Amendola. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. On 2nd down, it's Ingram. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
He's got the hookup with Conley. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 3rd down. Here's Taylor to throw. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations. Quite the accomplishment. They'll look to run with Ingram. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Mark Ingram taking it in from a yard out. And now the Texans are within a 2-point conversion of tying up this game. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
Third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points, but I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
Rookie Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguar offense ready to take over. They begin the drive with Robinson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
A play fake for Robinson. Now Lawrence. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is set away. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Now Taylor. And Amendola's got it, complete. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. To throw again on 2nd down. Taylor. He's got his target, Chris Conley. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Taylor. That's out to the flat for Ingram. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Off the draw, here's Johnson. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. So 3rd down, but you got to think they'd like to get closer, even in a dome with good kicking conditions for a possible field goal. And he's got Amendola on the connection. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. From the gun, a run for Johnson. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Out to his left. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Chris Conley there to make the grab. And the Texans have retaken the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told, and the result, a Houston touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Rookie Trevor Lawrence of the Jaguar offense ready to take over. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Complete to Jones. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So a nice throw there. And, CD, I'd have to think you've been impressed with what you've seen thus far here in his debut.
Now, you know me well. I have been impressed because what I've seen is him starting to understand how to play the game in a short amount of time. The dazzling plays, they'll come and with experience. But right now, we're seeing him handle the game, make all the smart plays, and the right reads.
On second down now. It's Robinson looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Again, it's Robinson. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
They really needed to get something going, didn't they? They punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Now the Jags are moving quickly in the hurry-up. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 30. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Back to throw. Right there, Chenault for the Jacksonville touchdown. LaVisca Chenault, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jaguars have retaken the lead. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the officials saw as this play. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack. And they fail on the try for 2.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And you just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2. Try to make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this 4th quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. He's got Johnson. Johnson on poke 3. Football's out. And the Jags grab it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And I believe the referees. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Johnson the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Taylor. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go. It's Taylor on 4th down, connecting with Amendola. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Now Taylor. Caught here by Conley. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Taylor to throw.
Out to the flat here for Johnson.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll bring up a second down. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And Fairbairn missed it. He pulled it left. And this score will stay right where it is. And this stadium just fell silent in a hurry.
Crowd was ready to erupt, weren't they? But guess what? That chance to win one here, to steal one in the final seconds, goes awry.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Jacksonville,
it's a victory in the debuts of Trevor Lawrence and Urban Meyer, 2 guys whose fortunes will certainly be linked the next few years.
And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos.